Hey, this is Robert at Guzzi Fabrication. Now today I'm going to show you what it takes to repair large rust holes fast and easy. Okay, let's get into this. 1964 Impala SS restoration. Went out to media blast, completely disassembled on the frame fixture. And I know we're going to be replacing the floor, but we've got a problem. There's rust that extends past the floor into the inner rocker frame area. So first we're going to get this cut out, get access to that area so we can get the repair rolling. And we're just going to make quick work of it with the plasma cutter. Get this thing wrestled out of the way. And there it is. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. That's on both sides. So let's get into the repair. Now there's caulking over the remnant of the floor pan. We're going to getting that out of the way because we need to reveal the resistance welds. And these little circular indentions, those are resistance welds. That's what's holding, that's how cars are put together. The sheet metal is resistance welded one to another, and then that completes the entire vehicle. Okay, so we're going to make an entrance here. Now the traditional way is to drill all of these out. It's like, yeah, okay, there are times when you have to do that, but most of the time, this is the way I'm going. I can knock that off with an air hammer if you're careful. If you use the right angle, the right pressure, you can zip through it. And one of the benefits is now you don't have holes in the underside. When you go to put the pieces back together, huge benefit. This is how easy it is. I don't even have to grind these. I can knock them all off with the air hammer. And here's a shot of that. Nice and clean, minimum time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this whole rail cleaned off. And we're looking pretty good. Okay, we're going to start prepping this thing, the area around this huge rust hole. And that's like 36 on a 8-inch orbital. I'm going to come back over that whole thing and with a wire wheel on a grinder, clean it all up. Okay, what I'm doing now, and it's really important, you need to get past the rust damage. And we're going to make short work of it with a 7-inch cutoff wheel. And we need to make really nice, clean, straight cuts. We don't want to have an angle or jagged or anything like that. We want nice, clean cuts. That's really going to help us out later. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are making a template so that we can transfer to metal, and then that's going to be the repair panel. And this is a really critical step. You want to take your time. You want to make really nice, accurate lines. That's going to be the top break. And now I'm just creasing that with my thumbnail along that line. And that's where I'm going to break this over. And we're going to cut it down to size a little bit. And now I'm just going to run along the edge all the way around. Make a nice indentation into the cardboard here, or poster board. And you can see it's transferred through. Now we're going to cut that out carefully. Now you notice I'm using a pair of long scissors. If you have short scissors, well, you're not going to get a perfectly straight cut. The long scissors makes that a breeze. And like I mentioned, accuracy is everything. Hey, and I'm making these videos for the DIY guys and gals out there who are working on your own projects. Maybe you're not a professional. Hey, you don't have to be. I'm going to walk you through all the steps. If you have this issue, follow the steps. You're going to get a great result. Then boom, there's our template for our repair panel. But first, we're going to coat the inside of this frame rail with POR 15. You can use any encapsulator. You can use primer. We just want to do a nice professional job. And that's always best practice. Always take a little more time, do best practice. And we're going to straighten up the edge of the outer rocker. Now you'll notice that on the outer rocker, those holes where the resistance weld were, well, we're going to weld from the outside in on the bottom edge. And now this is a flap wheel, and that cleans up the area really nice. Now I've already transferred this to metal, cut it out, fitted it. There it is. You want a really nice fitment. Now you need a gap. Whenever you MIG weld, TIG welding's different. TIG welding, no gap. MIG welding, you need a gap. Otherwise, the metal's going to crowd each other. You're not going to get good penetration. It's not going to be a great weld. We're going to get this thing tacked into place. And here's, again, take your time. Get it exactly where you want it. If it's not right, take it off. Redo it. Okay, I've got it welded into place. And this is a really important step. We don't want to go below flush, grinding it. Because if you do, you'll be able to see the repair. We want a really nice repair. Okay, so now I'm switching over to another flap disc. And what I'm doing is I'm blending all of that in. We don't want to use anything like a grinding stone. That's going to be too aggressive. We want to take off the least amount of metal as possible. And now you're starting to see the results. It's all blended in. Now I'm going to come back with a 8-inch orbital sander with 36 grit. And here's a shot of the repair. And this is the other side. I've already repaired the other side also. Pretty much the same hole. Now that's good to top coat. We can get that flooring now. But first we're going to prep it. And like I mentioned, I've already run over it with a wire wheel. This is some Scotch-Brite. And we're just going to coat it in POR 15. You can use the coating of your choice if you don't like POR 15. But you need to put something. All right, here we go. Final steps. Now that our Big rust hole has been repaired in the frame. Inner rocker. We can proceed with the restoration. And for those who say you can't put a complete floor pan in without cutting it up, well, there you go. I just did. Into place. Final fitment. Hey, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Rust repair, fast and easy. Thanks for watching.